On a Thursday always gets me in a good mood, and it always means that it is time for the sale show of the week. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious. There has been sellouts already. You're going to want to make sure you get yourself straight over to the website. I am not here on my own, no. Craig is here as well. Craig, flying out already, but loads of inspiration in this next 2 hours as well.
We are going to be jam-packed full of inspiration, whether you want to stock up on things where it's in a nature garden. We've maybe got some double-sided, we've got our stencils and stamps. So this is going to be jam-packed full of ideas. We're going to give you inspirations. We're going to show you some techniques as well. But this is the time to grab them, because you really are. Once they are gone, Joe, they're gone.
When it is gone now. You know, earlier I was sort of teasing a tease, though. I was sort of telling you about something I might tell you about anyway. Well, I've been outside and had a bit of a look around, and I couldn't see Sarah anywhere. So I thought, do you know what? Tomorrow's only a day away. Why don't I share with you all the gossip about what we're going to be announcing tomorrow? Because no one's going to tell me off, I don't think. So, tomorrow... hang on! I thought you'd gone home!
I think not. No.
Caught red-handed.
You know, he's back one day after Christmas and thinks he can go dishing all my dirt. Well, you're not dishing the dirt. I saw you. Don't think I wasn't watching you in the last show trying to dish all that dirt. I saw you. And you know what? Maybe it is time that we dish the dirt. Maybe it is time we fill you guys in on what we've decided to do. But you're not doing that. I'm going to tell them. So, yes, I kind of give you a little bit of a sneaky peek yesterday. I mentioned this yesterday. Joe's been telling everybody earlier today. And for those of you watching in the US, you probably followed the news here in the UK that the whole of the UK went back into lockdown. Lockdown 3.0 it is for us now. So the UK has been fully locked back down as of, well, they made the announcement on Monday night. So we thought, okay, came in on Tuesday morning, everyone sat down, we said, what are we going to do? We're locked down, people at home in the UK are locked down, what can we do? We need to do more shows. We need to do more shows because you guys loved it when we ramped up our shows last time, and actually come to think of it, we ramped up and did extra shows. We never really ramped back down again. We'll worry about that in a few weeks. Anyway, we've decided we've got people here. We've got these gorgeous new studios now. We always had a bit of a thinking in the future we might do extra shows, and we've decided that now's the time to do it. So starting next week, next Monday, I've got 2 exciting new shows to tell you about. So, ready there. The first one is actually, it's new show times, but it's a show you all know and all love. So, Craft Vault. Joe, remember when we started at the beginning of lockdown, and most shows we would do a Craft Vault in the show, and we would do things like half price. Everything's 70% off. Everything's buy one, get 2 free, for example. Well, we're going to do a whole show of Craft Vault every single day, 7 days a week. Now, here's what I've decided we're going to do, okay, folks? We'll do it at, obviously, we've got our shows at the moment are at like 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock UK time. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it on a morning for the UK viewers. We're going to do it, well, everyone. Hey, if you guys want to get up in the middle of the night and start working on Crafters TV time again, we would love it. We're going to put one show in at 11 o'clock on the morning and do an hour of Craft Vault. But then for those of you who are in the US, to save you having to get up in the middle of the night, we're going to do the show again. So it might be a different craft expert. We might have had sellouts. We don't know what will have happened in the day, but we'll do an hour of the show at 11 o'clock and an hour of the show at 7 o'clock on an evening, which is 2 o'clock Eastern or 11 a.m. for those of you on the West Coast. So instead of doing a 2-hour block, we're going to do one in the morning for people in the UK who are wanting to pass the time, spending their time with us here, and we're going to do one in the evening UK time, which catches us right in the middle of the day for you guys watching in the US. So that is the first thing. Craft Vault is here. It's going to become a permanent fixture on our schedule while we're in lockdown. So it's just while we've got extra time on our hands while we're in lockdown here in the UK. And then who knows what might happen long term. Then, Joe, we've come up with this awesome, exciting...
Oh, it's going to be good.
...behind the scenes show. So you know how all of you guys love the gossip. You love to know what's going on. You like sneaky peeks. Well, we've got a whole studio now. We've got all this space So you can go behind the scenes. We can see what Tracy and Jake are doing outside, getting ready for the shows. We can go and meet the producers and the directors who are in the wings getting ready for the shows. So we thought, why don't we do every day, midweek, Monday to Friday, we'll do a behind the scenes crafters TV show. So we're going to do Wake Up with CTV. Now here's the thing. We need to do it on a morning before our shows start here in the UK. So we're going to do it at 9 o'clock in the morning in the UK, which I appreciate is the middle of the night for those of you in the US. But you can watch that. As soon as you get up, you'll be able to watch that show, see what's going on for the whole day, get all the juicy behind the scenes gossip, find out everything before it all happens. How awesome is that going to be?
Oh, it's going to be awesome, but I'm a little bit worried because, I mean, 9 o'clock UK time's a little bit early for me. I'm just thinking to myself, Sarah, oof. That's early.
We'll not be having Joe on it then. We'll not be having Joe on that show. So we need someone. So if you're not going to do it, Joe, we need someone who's going to be able to be here every morning. So we need someone who lives local, can come in every morning. Someone
loves
who
a chat.
Loves a chat, loves the gossip. Someone who's really good at talking people into things so that we can talk everybody behind the scenes into coming on the show. Someone who's really creative.
Like a sort of daytime TV host style character.
Hello.
Someone that loves something, This Morning-esque almost.
Hello.
I just can't think of anyone. I can't think of anyone.
No, nothing.
Can you? No?
Ah.
Me.
What about Craig?
Oh, perfect.
Absolutely, I'm here. So Sarah will go over that in a wee bit more detail in a moment. But you're going to get me every single day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Ready for this? Goosebumps. Wake up call with Craig. As Sarah says, everything, is going to be open. I've put head office on guard, 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. Everyone needs to be on guard. My family are on guard. My friends are on guard. Laura's in guard. Everyone is on guard. There will still be a bit of crafting, but it is completely behind the scenes, so you absolutely can wake up with Craig.
Can I come on Monday? Can I be a guest on your first show, Craig? Can I come on your Monday show?
Absolutely. Consider that's you booked in for Monday.
I hope they're not going to be doing that wake up the host at home thing. Can you imagine as part of that?
Right,
My
let's
worst
do that.
nightmare.
Let's do that. Let's go live to Joe. Are you in on Monday?
Yeah, I'm in on
you
Monday.
are? Oh,
Yeah.
right. We're going to go live to Joe. Wake up call from Joe's bedroom. All right, I've just decided. Get that booked in, Craig. Get that booked
That's
in.
it.
Honestly, guys, this show is going to be so much fun. It really is. All the behind the scenes gossip, if we've got whatever big shows we've got on that day, if we've got launches, if we've got great deals, Craig will give you the scoop on them ahead of time. We can go and chat with Chris in the cafe, see what's on the menu for the day. We can check in with some of our product development people, see what they're working on for a few months ahead of time, chat with the presenters, chat with the guys in the gallery, get you all the inside scoop. Honestly, I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. People are losing their crafty minds on social media. Lynn says, whoop, whoop. Laura says, more shows. Mary says, I remember the craft vault. So excited for that as well. Karen says, love behind the scenes. Been looking forward to these as well. And Susan says, yay, get to wake up with a Scotty hottie every day.
Just to say as well, though, what I'll also be doing in that show as well, I'll be having a look at what's coming up throughout that day. My favourites, my absolute favourite bits. I'm getting first dibs on them. I'll be able to show you my take as well. But one of the main things I want to do as well, we have an incredible team here at Crafters Companion. Here, in front of the camera as well as behind. But we've got all the guys and girls in head office as well. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So this is why I want to get them involved, if they want to, of course.
Well, I guess I can leave you to get on with your show
Yeah,
now,
okay.
seeing as I was not letting you have my moment.
I feel like there was something from your office you must have heard.
I was
Straight
not
in.
letting you have my moment. I was telling everyone we can't wait. Honestly, the team behind the scenes are working their socks off to get everything ready for the first shows on Monday. So new schedule from Monday. We'll get emails out to let everyone know tomorrow. We'll get the website updated with details of the new schedule, the extra shows. Sunday, well actually, maybe it's Friday, the deals for Monday's Craft Vault will be going live. I've just finished putting the show together. It's a big one. Buy one, get 2 free. Oh, we're kicking it off in a big way. There'll probably be nothing left for you by the time you come in for the first show at 11 o'clock. But yes, all the details will be heading your way. We just wanted to give you guys the first heads up.
Oh, it's going to be really exciting. All starting on Monday then. Whew, it's going to be a big week next week.
Awesome, right, elbow pumps, I'm
Right,
off.
and there you
Right.
are.
See you, everyone.
I'll try not to share any more gossip. I've learned my lesson now. You know, I feel like maybe Sarah's just always got me, maybe in her earbud somewhere, waiting for some gossip. Loads of you chatting away still in the comments, saying hello. Lots of you really excited as well about all of those brand new shows that are coming up next week. But before that, we got a little bit of something to take care of, because, of course, it is Cartload. And not only is it Cartload, but, oh yes, we have got a mystery bag for you on the show. The goodie bag. So I'm going to take you through goodie bag number 3 first. Are you joking? It's sold out. Number 3 sold out. We had loads of number 3. Whew, okay, I think it is going to be one of those shows. Right, fear not. Craig is here to save the day. He's got another goodie bag over there.
I have got another one. I've got a goodie bag, the second one. So, well, we do now still have some stock of this one left, yeah? We do indeed. Right, it's going for straight away. I already see something that's my favourite. We have got our double-sided dies. This is a triangle, so this is where it's going to actually take the actual box making out of your hands. It's going to be done for you. It is double-sided, but we're also going to find some of Sarah's signature collection, all crafty theme that you can see into here. But if we go back right in, delve more into more of our outline dies, this is going to work well with something you've seen earlier on today on Masterclass. What about our ornate henna? We've got edgeables, but when what we have then got is butterflies, going to work well together, coordinate, complement. But then we're going to need some sentiment stamps too. You like your stamping? What about some more embossing folders?
How much stuff
I
have you got in there?
I know, unbelievable, isn't it? We've got little embellishment icons that are dies and stamps alone. I can't believe that price
Over
you're getting it from.
£100 worth of goodies in that bag, Craig.
Wow. Unbelievable. Some of these are relatively new, you know, within the last 6 months or so. Edgeables, we have got obviously stamping dies, we've got sentiments, we've got butterflies, we've got borders, all these different techniques you can do with our outline dies. Again, not only any embossing folder, but a cut and embossing folder, and keeping in mind that is your double-sided box making die.
How much would you pay? I think you'd probably pay $24.99 for the double-sided box die on its own.
Yeah, well, I was away to say a penny shy that. I was away to say, well, 25 quid for that one, pounds here in the UK, for that one alone. So, unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. Shut the front door and call me Betsy. The usual price on that double-sided box die is $34.99. We're giving you the die at a discount and then throwing in a whole heap of other things. I mean, we may as well just go home. I mean, we are practically giving it away. So busy on that. I'm just hearing actually less than 100 of those to go around when you consider how many of you are watching at the moment. Now remember, this is of course last chance for our winter sale as well. So if you really want to snap up the best of the bargains, this is a Cartload that is going to allow you to do that. I have got another goodie bag for you as well, which is this one just here. Goodie bag number 1 is what I've got for you. So let me take you through what you've got in here, because there are some absolute corkers in here. How about some Sarah Signature Collection in here? We're going to include that for you. We've got some gorgeous silhouette dies in here. There is also some stamps, some really lovely big large acrylic stamps in here. There's embossing folders. We've got more silhouette dies, more embossing folders in here for you. How about some of our iconic edgeable dies in there? That one there, the butterfly lace, was one of the most popular edgeable lacy dies that we have done. Again, over £100 worth of value in here, or over $128 worth of value. Another one of those gorgeous edgeables there. This one, I don't know how that's in there. That's the dancing butterfly. How awesome is that? And then we've got the ornate frame as well from the Lily collection. This bag is all thriller, no filler. These are some of the most popular products that we bring to you in a bag. You are saving £70.91 or £93.59. Oh yeah, you can use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. Hello, £24 in the UK. I know, hello, $28 if you are in the US. Amazing value. Remember, whether you are going for this one here, which is number 1, or you are going for number 2, which is the one that Craig had hold of as well. Do you know what? Treat yourself. Treat yourself Thursday, let's treat yourself Tuesday normally. Let's make it a treat yourself Thursday, go for both of them. Why on earth not? Both very busy already. What I would like to do is just take a moment to give you a heads up of some stuff that's coming up in the show over the course of the next couple of hours that's proving really, really busy already. We're going to kick off with Nature's Garden. And it's our beautiful butterflies Cartload collection here for you with 42 elements. Check out the saving. You are saving $42.94. It's costing you £27. You're saving $69.82. It is costing you $46. None of you are paying that. No one's paying that. Forget about it, because you're all in the club somewhere, so you're going to get it for even less. You are saving so much more than you are spending. It's a really lovely, succinct collection with 42 elements from one of our most popular Nature's Garden collections. Make sure you grab that. Now, what could be better than edgeables? Oh yeah, you guessed it, double-sided edgeables. Again, I don't know how we're managing this. We're talking about double-sided edgeable dies saving more than you're spending. Check out that usual price, $51.96 or $59.96. Today, $23.38 or $26. You are not going to even pay that. So looking forward to seeing those a little later in the show. Now, I've bought these to you many times before, this next item. I can tell you, I've never bought it to you at this price. It is an unbelievable, it's a shut the front door, ride the dog up the road naked and kiss the milkman price. That is what you're looking at. £33 or $42. It gets you 8 stamp and stencil collection. A stamp and a stencil, not normally something you'd think about putting together. Craig will take us through them. They're brilliant. They're great if you're a paper crafter. They're wonderful if you love mixed media. If you want to paste through them, spritz through them, they are brilliant for a whole host of different things. You've got a great saving there on those as well. Also, Cartload winter sale pricing on one of the Scotty Hottie's absolute favourites. If you haven't got them at this price, it's a no-brainer price, as I call it. One of those, either you own it or you're going to buy it, because it is that awesome a price. You're saving $38.13 in the UK. You're saving $62.63 if you are in the US. Right, we've got a couple of awesome craft kits available for you on the show. So we're going to start off with the Gemini Over the Edge crafting kit, which is this one. Craig, what? I mean, I literally, what's like the opposite to the Midas Touch? Everything I touch seems to sell out.
It does.
The Over the Edge has sold out and gone. We had loads of these just before we went live. You guys are shopping ahead like there is no tomorrow. Congratulations if you got the Character Over the Edge craft box. Craig's here, Craig's like the superhero of this cartload, because it turns out Craig's got one that's still in stock.
I do, and this has got to be one of the most fun concepts that you love to do at home. We've now got it in a craft box. Maybe you've never made one before. This is going to enable you to do this, no problem at home. Lovely little small pop-up boxes. Will we have a look to see what you're getting inside? Let's go for it. Straight away, you are getting over 280 elements. Some of these are consumables, but other ones you're going to be able to use time and time and time and time again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight in. We're going to have a look. So what you are now getting is you are getting these little dies. But what we're going to do is let's take these ones. These ones here, these are all pre-die cut. I'm not going to spend ages and ages going through them. I just want you to see what these look like. These are actually your pre-made pop-up boxes. These are going to make these really little dinky pop-up boxes. Great for little cards, placement settings if you want to have some fun. You're getting loads of them. Check out these. You're getting deeps, you're getting lights, you're getting pastels. Look at all the brights as well you're getting within these ones there. You're getting the tabs for the centre. So if you already know about pop-up boxes, they are coming included. You're getting the stamps so you can actually do your character pop-out. All of these, we've got birdhouses, birds, we've got leaves, we've got foliage, sentiments, tickets, we've got sports, so much more. Stamp them, but then you're getting the dies to die cut them as well. And you know what I always say, use the stamps on their own, use the dies on their own, use them together. It's entirely up to yourself. But what we're then going to do is we're going to give you some petals, self-adhesive petals as well that you can decorate. We're giving you the acetate strips, so this is what's going to make that, as I like to call it, the doingy effect. This is going to make your actual little icons just pop up and just doing back and forwards. But then we're giving you the idea, inspiration step by step if you need that for any help, but they are so simple. We're giving you 9 lots of satin ribbon, all colour complements all the way through, but then maybe you want to then decorate your boxes. Maybe you want to make cards out of them. We're giving you pattern papers. We're getting you crisscross. We're giving you bubbles. We're giving you checker. We're giving you all of these effects.
Craig,
then we're giving...
Craig,
oh, what?
I've got to warn you. Oh. I was going to tell you, I was meant to tell you before we went over there that a third of the stock had gone. Now 2/3 of the stock has gone. You can keep going, but you guys at home need to know that it is going to go. So do be quick. I'd get it in your basket and I'd get it checked out, Craig. So busy on that. Sorry to interrupt you. I just don't want anyone to miss out on it.
No problem. We'll carry on. So just to say, in total, what you're getting is you're getting 18 elements to make 18 pop-up boxes. However, maybe you've got the pop-up box dies at home. You can carry on using them. Remember, these are consumables. Once they're gone, they're gone. You can make your own at home. But your stamps and dies, look after them and they're going to last you such a long time. So if I then just bring in a few things that you can be making, this is the sort of things that you can create just here. This is using the sports theme. So think of your Father's Day, you know, the birthday cards for, or birthday icons for your brothers, you know, your uncles, your granddads. Of course, lots of girls out there like all these different sports as well. Colour theme them whichever way that you want. So you've got your pastel tones there, but then look at these deep teals. Colour whatever way you want. It could be your tri-blends, it could be your classics. What about your sparkle pens, your sparkle pots? There is the parts into here. So if I tip it that way, can you see these little strips? These come included as well. All together, all flat pack, you just need to glue one end. What about this one here? So we've got some fairies, we've got the toadstools as well. Really magical, really mystical, depending on how you can create them. So good for so many occasions. You don't just have to think about birthdays. You don't actually even need to think about a celebration occasion. What about a party? Once we are allowed parties again, could be the table settings, the name placement settings. You can have their name actually just boinging up, as I say, and that's what these acetate bits do as well. All of these are going to create these pop-up boxes, but of course, as many of you know already, and you probably will do, you're going to be using these elsewhere on far beyond your crafting, memory book pages, scrapbook pages, all these different things you can incorporate your 8x8 paper. There's so much.
So much crammed into every single box. And remember as well, what you also get is all the inspiration. Get yourself over to crafterscompanionbox.com and you'll see all the video tutorials there that go along with each and every box. Remember as well, we can send the box to someone else. And what we can do is we can send you the bill if you want us to do that. Remember as well, you can use your Club Inspire discount on that as well. Platinum members, £16 or $16 to get your hands on that, which is great. I'm just hearing how busy it is though. We lost a third of the stock just since the show started. So if you want to get your hands on it, please be quick for that one. Loads of you chatting away with me. Hadassah saying, wowzers, is the only way to sum up the news and these awesome deals as well. Joe says, Betsy says, Joe, you got my attention when you said shut the front door and call me Betsy. So call me Betsy. Betsy did call me. Thank you, Betsy. Nettie says as well, just joined, sorry I'm late. Can you do a visit to the warehouse, please, Craig, in your show? We'd love that. Oh, I think that's a fabulous idea. Lynn says, teaching online and watching CTV, multitasking at its best. And Evelyn loved that box as well. She made every single pop-up box that was in there. That was awesome. So many of you are really, really excited about the announcement about all those new shows that are coming. Right, we're going to move on, and we're going to move on to the background stencil collection, which is this one just here. As I said earlier, we've brought this to you before many, many times, never though at this price. You are going to get in here 8 fantastic stencils, which is awesome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through all of the different ones that you have right here. Now, the great thing about these is, yes, you can use the stamps on their own. Perfect to be used on their own. Yes, you can use the stencils on their own. So if you've got texture paste, glitter paste, any of those different sort of mixed media products you want to use through it, absolutely you can. Maybe you want to use these embossing folders as well. You know, the quality of our stencils means that you can pop them through your Gemini and use them as an embossing folder as well. So let me just go through the options that you've got. You've got Write Your Own Story, which is this one here. Not options, because remember, for £33, you get absolutely all of them. You've got Happiness Blooms, which is this one just here. You then also have music and lyrics. This one, I love this one. This one's called Life Happens. This is going to be great out there if you love your steampunk. All of the cogs and wheels and the bricks there got to work so well for you. This one here is the Back to Nature, which is that lovely sort of autumnal feeling that you've got there from that one, but also that wood grain, something that's going to work all the year through for you. This one here is It's Time. Again, time quite ethereal with the clocks, lots of great uses for that. Maybe for more masculine themed cards, this would be something that's going to work. And remember what you're getting the focal stamp that goes with each and every one of these stencils too. Life is a Journey. This was always the most popular one individually. Great for scrapbooking. If you've got maybe holiday albums that you're working through, that's going to be awesome for you. And Make a Wish there as well with the dandelion clocks and that wonderful kind of polka dot effect. If you put something like a texture paste through that, really, really works beautifully. You're not having to choose. You're going to get all of them for £33 or $42, which is awesome. Awesome value for money, considering, well, your usual price should be over £55 or over $71. Craig, you spotted these in the lineup today, didn't you, and said, I have to do them first. I want to get my hands on these.
Absolutely, I did. So as you said, you know, in each set, you're getting the stencil. What you're doing is you're getting the stamp as well. But it's not just one stamp. You'll see just in a moment of the one I'm going to use, Make a Wish, how you get a nice selection, nice plethora of stamps. So what I'm going to do is, if I take this one onto here, let's take this one is, let's take my one, because I know my one is open. So we're going to go for the Make a Wish. And then what we're going to do is, this is where you get to do, be really, really inky. You get to then bring in your inks, you get to bring in your water reactive inks, you can have a play, you can go very mixed media without incorporating paste, although you can do it if you want, no problem at all. So what I'm then going to do is, if I take some ink, so let's take water reactive and Spring Meadow. I'm also just going to bring in my blending tools here. You can do this onto our white smooth stamping card. I like to do a lot of these sorts of techniques onto our watercolour card. So that's exactly what I'm doing here, just about a 5x7. And then I'm just going to lay some colour down. I'm not overly concerned if I get any harsh lines or dark lines. I just want to lay down a bit of this Spring Meadow. And I don't know if you remember, Joe, that a couple of years ago, and actually maybe even up to last year, a lot of people were doing ATCs, artist trading cards.
Yeah.
You could be doing this. You could be making your own artist trading cards. So it's just, think of, you know, the old kind of sports cards, trading cards you used to collect, buy and collect. Now it's what you're doing is you're making your own. It could be absolutely anything. Usually maybe that's 5x7. So usually you'll tend to find it's maybe about half that size, and you can just stamp with them, make your own, get all creative, and then you used to then just trade them with other crafters out there, friends or family. So this is what these stamps and stencils are really, really good for. So here we go. All that I've done is I've just laid down a bit of the spring meadow. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over with my actual stencil on this one here. Let's go for a bit of, let's go for grasshopper for this one. And then what I'm going to do is, because it's still the green, I'm just going to keep that same pad that I've got on. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the excess ink and I'm just going to blend that one over the top. Use your temporary sprays if you want to. However, with things like this, I'm not overly concerned if my stencil was to move, because that's really going to help with that effect of it, the way that it looks. So I'm just very randomly, I'm just going to just go all the way over the top using my ink, but this is where you could be spritzing with your inks, or if you've got any of your stencil paste, it could be your glitter paste, anything like that you can be using.
And I would say, Craig, not really a stamp and stencil, not really the obvious combination for something you'd put together, is it?
No, it's not always something you would initially start to think of, like you say, but it's so much fun. It's one of those that you've got no idea really how it's going to turn out. It's going to start off with a blank canvas. You're then going to work that layer, build that layer. You're going to be able to get all creative, get all inky, and then look at things like this. See how I'm going over the edge there, Joe? I'm not bothered. You know, it's just wanting to have that full effect, that rustic effect there, you know. And sometimes if you try and be too perfect, it doesn't actually look like it's meant to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
you know, just go all out. I'm not positioning it in any specific way. I'm just wanting to build these layers. So straight away, we've got that backdrop with our spring meadow. We've got our next layer up with the grasshopper, which was with the stencil. We're then bringing in the stencil again, but on this occasion with the smoked emerald, and we're really bringing it to the forefront on this one here. Even then, just going back again, we're just really roughly, you don't need to cover all parts of the stencils, just little bits if you want to. But then what about moving that to the side, that to the side? Let's then bring in, have I got, don't know if I've got water in that, let's have a look. I've got one here, I believe. Here we go. Bringing in just a spritz tool, because you can spritz through them as well. So if you love your water reactive inks, where you spritz onto them because they're water based, what happens is it resists the colour, it pulls the colour up. Spritz through them when it comes to your water. The longer you leave them, the more effective it will be. But then if I start to pull that way, I'm not sure if we can quite see that. The more it'll dry, the more it starts to pick up that colour that you can see there. I would leave that to dry naturally. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab off this excess here, because what I want to do is I want to then just do a bit of stamping. So if I then take that, so I can already see in this part here how it's starting to then pull up. What you can also do, because we've still got a bit of water onto our stencil, go over the top, or equally, if you've got a wet wipe, like I have got.
Just want to give people a heads up, Craig. Anyone that's got that pop-up box craft kit in their basket, over 80% of the stock has gone now, and fast approaching that situation where we're going to have more of you with it in your basket than we actually have stock remaining. So if it's in your basket and you want that pop-up box kit, you need to check it out.
Now can you see how that gives you the, you know, the bubble wrap effect? It gives you a more rounded, blended sort of look within this one here. Very 3D without actually running it through. Simply all that was, again, it could be a wet wipe, a baby wipe, anything that's a wipe orientated, and then we're just working that on. So we're just going to really circulate that, bringing up that colour. And again, the longer you leave it, the more it pulls it up. But then you can see how it starts to build it up. Let's then just take the excess liquid off. Let's take that bit off there. I'm then going to go back. Let's bring smoked emerald in again. I'm then just going to get some of that ink onto my glass mat. What I'm doing is I would tend to leave this just to dry either naturally or with a heat tool, but I'm just going to go around the edges. We're going to work that all the way around. We're going to come all the way around. Don't stick to greens even, you know, you start to incorporate all the colours you've got, and straight away you're seeing even more of the depth going all the way through. And then I'm going to come close up just that way, so you can see now, as we've gone over the stencil with the wet wipe, how it's really started to pull all of these bubbles up to the foreground. So then what I'm going to do is let's bring in one of these sentiments. We've got even all of these little accessories as well. Just breathe, make a wish and set free. So let's take this one here. Let's bring in our stamping platform. And when it comes to things where I'm using my water reactive or stencil or stamps, absolutely you can be using your quick dry or your alcohol, but I still like to use my water reactive inks for doing stamping. Again, it just more adds to that rustic sort of look. So I'm going in with the black on this one here, and then we can even just come right down, all the way down to the bottom. Just going to stamp that one, finishing that one off. So we've got just breathe, and then let's just bring in a couple of these, or let's bring one of those, and then I'm going to stamp that one off. Let's bring in just a bit of kitchen roll or cloth, it could be anything, and let's kind of, I'm not pressing hard, but I'm going to take a little bit of ink off, and then we're going to go back on. It's kind of second generation.
Oh, I love that.
So you can see how that comes and just adds to the corner. Let's do that again. So I'm just going to stamp that off. Of course, this could be scrap card, Joe, so then you can come along and use that scrap card in any of your backgrounds. But it's just to show how you do a second generation stamp. Stamp that one into the corner. Let's do one more. And we can then take that one in again. Stamp that excess just lightly. And then I'm going to come all the way down just into the side here. Little bit of matting and layering with a bit of black onto a card blank, but you don't need to do much at all. Now, how quick was that? I don't have anything like this pre-planned. The good thing is as well, is you're going to get a completely different result. I've not got one at the side of me or that is looking exactly like that. I've taken a bit of cardstock, I've taken the ink, and I've done it live in front of your eyes, just gone completely whatever way that I want it to go, and that's how you get that effect.
Yeah, absolutely awesome, and that is just one of 8 that you get. So as you can see here, what you've got included is you're going to get Write Your Own Story, Happiness Blooms, Music and Lyrics, Life Happens, Back to Nature, It's Time, Life is a Journey, and you'll also get Make-A-Wish as well. You're going to get all of those in there, all 8 of those stamp and stencil collections, which is awesome, which is going to enable you to make really beautiful finished projects such as this one. I love how some of these have got a bit, well, they're a bit sort of mixed media, aren't they? Some of them are a bit sort of maybe more abstract, a little bit more obscure. That is the joy of having a stencil. Maybe you're going to do things like glitter pasting through here. Maybe you're just going to use the stencils, the stamps on their own. Absolutely, you can do that if you want to. And again, because you do have stamps in here, it means you can really embellish that with heat embossing, should you wish as well. £33 or $42 gets you all of them, which is awesome. Now, I'll run you through a couple of goodie bags that are available on the show. Goodie bag number 2, 40% of the stock has already gone. Very, very busy. I'll run you through them again a little bit later in the show. £30 or $35 gets you over £100, over $125 worth of awesome product. Now, something that you've not seen here on Crafters TV, and you guys, honestly, I think we're going to break the internet at this rate. It is so busy on this next item. It is our birthday surprise box, $24.99 or $29.95. There is so much packed in here. Literally though, we have so few of these, they wouldn't even give us 2 to have in the studio, and Craig has absolutely claimed that one on the other side of the studio.
I absolutely claimed this one because I actually, when it first arrived back last year, I actually done a live for this very one, so that's how I managed to get my hands on it before Joe did. So here we go, all nicely compact within the box, looks really nice, and the reason it's birthday surprise is no one knew what was in it until you got it home. So let's delve straight in, and we're then just going to go right in. So if you haven't seen that, you don't know what's in it, and you don't want to know, then look away. But then, have a look at these. Now, these are sizable dies that you're getting within these ones here. These are our sentiments, so these are going to make really big cards that you've got at home. So think about those font dies that we've got. These are going to work well within these ones as well. So you've got your metal dies on here, but then we're giving you gems. We're also giving you these little dewdrops here. So these are very, very clear, not quite gems, they're not quite pearls, but they're like your clear dewdrops here. Self-adhesive as well, you're getting with them ones. We're getting 9 lots of organza ribbon. So you're getting 3 different sizes, or actually you're getting, 3 different sizes, and you're getting 3 different colours as well, all the way through, so you're getting that included. But because it's a surprise box, you're getting the card blanks too. You're getting the card blanks, you're getting the envelopes. So you've got your C6, you've got your 6x6, 5x7 as well. So that comes included too. But you're getting your stamps. So you're getting all of these florals as well. So you've got your florals, you've got your foliage, you've got your roses. So you can then build upon, you can do your masking, you can incorporate these with the stencils we showed you a moment ago. Bring in your Pebeo drawn gums, colour them in any of the mediums that you want, but you have got them. You've then got these sentiments as well, which are going to work absolutely perfectly with your dies as well. You've got your die here, you've got your stamp set, and you've got your additional stamp set. Look after them, and they are going to last you a lifetime. The only things you need to replace is your card blanks, which, let's face it, I know you've got loads at home because you're just like me. What about pattern papers? What about cardstock as well? You're going to see, if we have a look at this pattern paper first, how the colours work throughout the whole collection. But why not change the colours using your pattern papers that you've got at homes? Very floral, but if you've got any of your monochromatic paper pads at home, use them instead. Do your ink and backgrounds. Pastels, you've got a bit of depth when it comes to your purple flowers throughout as well. But then if we go into the pure 8x8 cardstock here, this is where you can do your mattes and layers. These are all matte cardstock, so if you want to add colour onto them, you can do as well. Think of the sizes. The card blanks, as I say, are C6, 6x6 and 5x7, but if you've got 8x8 card blanks at home, you can make them bigger. You can create your own backgrounds if you want, with your stamps, with your inks, with your sparkle inks. There's so much that you can do. We're giving you the foundation. Once you have then used up all of these consumable products, then you can just carry on crafting till your heart's content. All of that is nicely packed all in this lovely little box. You can then, once it's all used, you can then store the box. You can maybe store any of your other dies into there. If you want to just get started in crafting, maybe you're just coming across us, Crafters TV, nice little starter gift, just a little bit of ribbon, a little die cutting machine. We've got small ones, check out the website. But what about gifts? We're getting into this new year. Maybe it's a gift for a friend or a family's birthday. Maybe it's a gift to get someone started. Maybe give them a shot. You've maybe, if you're like me, you've got the large Gemini, you've got the Junior, you've got the Midi, you've got the Go, you've got the Mini. Maybe then just let them borrow one of your smaller ones to get them started as well. That's really going to help them, whether they're on their own, whether they're crafting as a group. It really is going to help this creative, and obviously at this time of the moment in life, you know, it's a good thing to get started on when it comes to crafting.
Absolutely. And the other great thing about that, Craig, over £50 worth of crafty goodies in there. So you're getting a really awesome deal. Yes, you can use your Club Inspired discount as well, which is fantastic. So make sure you grab those whilst we have them. Very, very busy on that, as I knew we would be. Very busy as well on both of those goodie bags too. We'll go through them again for you in a little while, but both of the goodie bags that we've got, well, the two we've got left in stock, one sold out already, are proving very busy. We're going to move on to the Shadow Alphabets, and these are awesome. These are ever popular whenever we bring these to you, but to get this at a fantastic cartload, well, let's level with you. You're not getting it at a cartload price, are you? You are getting it at a winter sale cartload price, which is why you are going to get such an awesome deal. Now, the great thing is about this, what you're getting is you're getting the full alphabet. You're going to get all the numbers as well as the ampersand too. £54 if you're in the UK. That's saving you £38, which is fantastic. However, if you're a platinum member, $43.20 today, meaning you are saving more than you're spending. You're saving £48. If you're in the US, of course, $85 is your price, saving you $62. But platinum members, $68. Again, you're saving more than you're spending as a platinum member in the US. I think this again is one of those products that if you don't own it already at this price, you're going to be grabbing it. Let me quickly show you some of the stuff that you can do with this as well, because this really is a very contemporary alphabet. And I think there's, you know, you guys say all the time, our craft experts are always saying there's definitely room for multiple alphabets in your stash. Whereas with this one, I think you've got something quite striking, quite contemporary. I love the fact that it gives you that real dimensional feeling, which is absolutely awesome. Whether you are spelling out names, whether you are doing milestones, whether it's door plaques, name signs, there's so many things that you're going to be able to do with alphabets. You guys know that. Very busy on this shadow alphabet already. £54 or $85 if you want to get your hands on it. Lots of you chatting away. Joy's saying, can't wait for all the behind the scenes gossip. Can't wait to meet more of the family. She says you've made recent times bearable. Shadaya says that box is one of the best. The birthday box, we'll be working on that soon. Someone tells me. I think Shadaya's already got her hands on hers. Yolanda said she loved the birthday surprise box as well. And Ange said I work from home full time and I love the company of Crafters TV whilst I work. Well, we love keeping you company as well, Ange. So don't you worry about that. What I love about this particular collection, Craig, is the variation of things that have been created using them. There's so many different directions that you can take these in, isn't there?
There really, really is, because you can cut in, you can cut out, you can do all these different things. So if I show you on this one here, so this is where we've just cut the actual cardstock into little squares, but this could be your nesting dies if you want. Cut them in, so you've got that shadows you're looking at. You've got all these little grids all the way around that gives you that shadow effect. So you can be doing it that way, individually. Why not do a few of them all together, line by line? But then what about would be the waste? Keep them, use them. So that's another way that you could be using them. So birthdays, but then what about weddings, anniversaries, put their initials onto them if you want. But then you've got that option of doing them in a line, and then what you can do is pop your acetate, then you're going to be able to do your shaker. These could be individual or a great big long shaker element. Do your little short term, so you've got your love there, but if anyone's got a quirky name, you know, if they've got a pet name, you can then be doing that one as well. Mixing and matching, so on this one here, the two M's have been cut into the cardstock, but that U is actually, again, what we would say is the waste, but this is now giving you another option on how to use the alphabet that you can see in the middle. We've got baby girl, so we've cut into the backdrop, and then we've cut them again in another piece of
You know what you could
pink.
do, Craig?
What's that?
You could make a baby shark do card as well. You've got the alphabet. You could no. Okay.
Yeah, you could do if you want. You could do if you want. But yeah, so you can do, you know, your shorter, your happy birthday. You can really, really just maximise the amount of things you can do with them. Make them small, make them little, so you can do all your baby's names, dates, everything like that for weddings. Look at that, you know, your dad. This is where I say, bring in your nesting dies as well. There really, really is so much more you can do. Bring in your other dies that you've got at home. Be happy. Look at this one as well. Banners, think of that. The great thing is because you can do them in one great big line, you can do them individually, so much more. And I love these ones here, so you're creating your own backdrop. I actually done this one. Creating your own backdrop for that one here, using, well, numbers there, but you could do your letters. Just, you see what I mean? So much, so much that you can be doing as well. If you've got any other stencils, that's a stencil backdrop there, and then cutting into them as well. So what we can then do is, let's take my set just here, pop them out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card, I'm going to bring in my guillotine as well, and then I'm going to do a bit of a deep card, a bit of monochromatic, although I'm going to do kind of black as well as craft card. Let's do a bit of white as well. So what I'm going to do for this one is let's take our card blank or our craft card. So I'm going to cut this one down to, let's do 5 by 7 to start with. So we've got our card just here. Now I might make it a little bit smaller. I'll wait and see. But I'm then going to bring in my plates. So the good thing with these as well, I'm going to bring mine in. So this is my set here. And these are all depending on how you use them, these are all going to go through your mini as well as your go. So small that you're able to use these ones. What we're going to do is, let's do a thanks card. So I know I'm going to need the H. So let's T that one as well. And then let's go for the A as well. Let's go for the other ones. So I need...
Hey, if you want to grab some of that craft card, it is on a for £30 at the moment as well. You can see the details across the bottom of your screen. You can mix and match it with the matte black as well if you want to. So I'll go and have a look at that on the website. Great chance to get stocked up. I think because there's so much texture in these, Craig, if you did have a lot of cards to make, definitely something that you could do a little bit less is more with these, would you agree?
Of course you can, absolutely. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on this one here.
Awesome.
Keeping it very, very simple, stripping it all the way back. Just a simple layer. I've got my 3 cards out. I've got my craft, I've got my black, I've got my white. However, I might actually just use the craft and the black. What to say as well, just watch, because you've got what they're called shadow, because you've got your shadow effect just here. Now for something like the T, you can easily see how it's positioned. What I would say is if we bring the H just there, you could get caught out. It's not that it's a wrong or a right way, but you could get caught out and have the shadow towards the top left-hand corner. Obviously, it's not going to match if you're using, for instance, the T. See how the T, the shadow is on the bottom right? You can see that one here. So we've got the shadow facing down here, and this shadow is facing up here. So you just want to make sure you've kind of got them the right way round, so that that shadow feature is facing the right way, each way. So we've got the H, we've got the T, let's bring in the A as well. And then we're just going to line them up and layer them up. So you can have them in straight lines, you can have them individually, have them in panels if you want. Kind of going to do a double panel here. So we're going to do THA, we're going to bring in the N as well. We're going to run this one through. Wafer thin die, so they'll go through any of your die cutting machines. Doesn't just have to be our Gemini. So we can bring in the K as well. They're all on their own individual little plastic backing as well, so you don't need to worry about them rattling about in your packaging. So we can bring in the S as well. Bring in this last one, and then as this one is layered on top, we can run it through. And then this is where you're going to see actually how what is the waste could then be used elsewhere. I'm going to then just take my low-tack tape, and you could, if you want, pop it, really nicely within the middle. I am going to pop it towards the top left, simply because I'm going to trim it down afterwards. But we can just line it up. Line them up with each other. I'm just taping it with my low-tack tape. I'm just working my way down. You don't have to measure. Of course, if you want to, you can do. But then think about your other cardstock that you've got. Think about the names that you could be doing at home. So if someone's got a pet name, maybe you've got a brother or a sister that really annoys you, and you call them a specific name, and when I say that, I mean in a cheeky name. And then, no, I'm not encouraging cursing. I'm just meaning that, if maybe you've got a specific name from childhood or that, then you can be doing that as well. That's a great thing about dies, alphabet dies. Absolutely, if you've got some slang, as Laura's just saying as well, so depending on where about in the country or the world that you are, I know obviously there's some words that we say in Scotland, some people don't understand here. We've got Jenny, we've got Erin as well from the United States. Trust me, there's some words that we say and they just go, you didn't say that, did you? It actually means something completely
Imagine
different.
what our poor American viewers at home must think. The amount of unintentional swears that we must do on a daily basis.
I know.
Off the chart, I reckon.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? But if I just take all my bits of adhesive off, I'll take this one, show it, and then we'll do the other ones later. So you can see, if I remove all these out of the way, so if I take these ones out, and then if I remove this one, pick it up, so you can see this is where we have got all of the alphabets that's die cut out. What we've also got is all the shadow effects. So you've got these little bits that are the shadow. If you want to keep them, I don't, but if you want to keep them, these would be good little bits to pop in your shaker, because they're really nice and they're really small. So what we can do is just pop these little bits out into here. Once you've started to get these out, let's just pop a few of these out. So this is how you can use them one way, using the dies like this, so they create the aperture effect into your card blank. But of course, we have got all of what we would say is the waste. So we have got these ones that we could be using if you wanted to paper piece them. That would look quite smart as well. But what I'll do is let's move that out of the way. What do I do? My guillotine, it's here. I'm just going to trim this down slightly into here, and then let's bring that one down that little bit more. So if I trim that one down, let's then go for, let's do a white matting layer that you can see here. So I'm just going to pop that one in. So let's do 4 by 7 1/4. So that should give me a nice layer there. So you can see how that starts to work together. But what I'm then going to do is if I bring my black layer, my black cardstock into view, we're going to just recut these, but just quickly, we'll recut the alphabet, not in any specific way. In saying that, what you could do, this is going to be a good way to show you how quirky you can be. So I actually want the waist this time, the centre parts. But what you could then do is just work them in funky ways. So we can just work our way. So if I then bring in the end just here. Now if you line them up better, you could fit them all in a straight line. But what I want to do is I just want to get my letters die cut. So let's take this one down, making sure they don't jump. So if I then pop this one through, and then we can then feed that through. That's going to die cut. But then what I want you to do as well is I want you to think, these ones here, think about your alphabet stencils now that you could be creating. You could be creating your own stencils at home. So just like we were showing you before, you could ink through them, but you can paste through them, you can spritz through them. So don't just think about die cut, and think of the fact that you can now create your own stencils. So what we can do is we can bring these bits out now. And then this is the bit that I don't want, but this is where I wanted to show you. If you line them up at a quirky angle, you can see how you can get all kind of different effects, different looks by popping them on different ways. So this is where you can have lots of fun now, you know, with the different ways that you've created and used them. But let's pop these ones out of the way. Let's just bring these ones. I am actually really liking how this is turning out. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put a lot of adhesive on because I'm going to finish it off at home. I'm just going to put a little bit on just to hold it enough just now so that we can show you. So we can then pop that one on into there. So straight away, just onto a card blank, DL card or that would look quite smart. You can have that. And then what we can then just do, if you want, I'm just going to bring in one pad each. Again, I'll put more on later once I finish it. But then even incorporate kind of your shadows. So what you could do is we could now paper piece this back on a foam pad, but why not do a bit of a drop shadow? So if we drop that down, that's going to enhance that shadow that you've already got around the side, just there. So let's just do the T, let's do the H as well. So just following that all the way around. So we're getting multitude of different layers just coming all the way through. And I've got my pad here. So we'll just do this one as well. But you could be changing the colours, doing them so that they are to someone's liking, to someone's taste. It's a thank you card, could be a birthday card. I really like the idea of a new baby card as well. Just think of the dates and that you could be doing. You know, the birthday or the date of the wee baby or the boy that's been born. I'm missing my A. I don't know where my A's gone.
And again, you know, complicated names, as you say. How many people out there have complicated names? Colloquialisms, I think, is a really big one, isn't it? You know, or the amount of different things, the amount of things that are spelt differently in the UK to the US, for instance. There's loads of subtle differences that maybe you don't even realise. These are fantastic for that as well. Don't forget, you're getting the letters, of course, all the letters. You're getting the numbers, and you're getting the ampersand in there as well. So you really have got all bases covered, which is awesome. You can make any milestone birthday, you can do any name, you can do any word you want, as Craig was alluding to as well earlier. So you write what you want with these, we can't stop you doing that. And as with all products, Craig, I'm right in thinking, aren't I, that if we wanted to make to sell, we can just knock ourselves out with these.
Absolutely, you can. So to make and sell, maybe it's just for yourself. You don't have to sell them if you don't want to. But yeah, personal profit, personal gain. If you can then do it for charity if you want, you can. But you just think as well, if you think of a simple design, and once the craft fairs are back up and running, can you imagine if someone likes a specific card layout and they say, I really like that, but it would be good if I could have my daughter's name, my son's name. You can just say, well, I'll tell you what, give me about 20 minutes or so. You go around at the fair, have a wee look, and I'll do this while you're having a look. You can do it there and then. But you can see just here, if I then turn it around this way, you can see how you can start to layer upon layer, using them as they are as a shadow effect. You've got the aperture within the middle. But what you can then do is you can then, and I've done this, it was a while ago, so don't ask me when it was. However, you can, because it's a wafer thin die, Joe, you can foil them. You can foil that detail. I've done that many, many times ago. I can't remember when, so what I'll do is I'll look to do it again at some point when we've got a foil press show. But you can see how you've got all these different things. So you've got your alphabets, you've got your dies. Think about your stencils. Think about your foiling when it comes to your foiling technique using our normal dies. You've got the alphabets, you've got the numbers as well. All different occasions throughout the year. Christmas, do 25th of December, do it in greens and do it in reds, do it in golds. That would look phenomenal.
Absolutely. It's never in any doubt really that alphabets for a crafter are an absolute essential because of all the things that they offer you. What I think is great about these is they are very modern. They give you something very different as well because they've got that drop shadowing. So great if you want to add colour and texture to your projects, but you don't really want to give yourself too much to do. Wonderful actually if you wanted to batch make as well. £54 in the UK. That becomes $43.20 as a platinum member. $85 in the US becomes $68 as a platinum member. Make sure you get hold of those. Really, really busy. Now, remember, we have got some goodie bags on the show for you. I'm going to take you through the first one. These are absolutely fantastic. A third of the stock of this one has gone. Now, you're going to get over £100, over $125 worth of products in here. 3D embossing folders going to be coming to you in here. We've got Sarah Signature Collection items in here. You've also got in here, you've got some stamps coming your way. We've got silhouettes in here as well. You've got cupcake dies. I mean, you really have got a little bit of everything in there for you for that great price of £30 or $35. So make sure you get your hands on those. That was number one. Craig has got another one. What you got in that one over there, Craig?
Do indeed, I've got another one, so let's dive straight in. If you love your boxes, sometimes if you find it maybe a bit difficult, trust me, even with my scoreboards now, I wouldn't always actually create my own triangle box. This is done for you. It's double-sided, so it's a double-sided combination that you've got there that creates the boxes. Two different sizes of boxes here. But then, not only have you got that one here, we're even giving you some of Sarah's Crafty Fun collection. So this has got your stamps, this has got your dies as well. But then not just that, we're giving you a Crafty Fun embossing folder. It's a cut and emboss folder. So you've got the buttons all the way around. That centre part die cuts out. So it could be a sentiment. You could maybe do a short name or initials with using the alphabets that we just showed you a moment ago. It could be a photo frame, it could be on front of a card if you want to. But then what we've also got is our edgeables. We've got a real filigree, elegant edgeables that you can see on this one here. So the edgeables cuts all the way around apart from one edge, which enables you to do edgeables, but you could do top fold cards, you could do frames, you could do apertures, all these different ones that you can be doing. Sticking with the same family, you've got on this one here, you can see you've got even more detail on these ones too. These would work really well with the alphabets we showed you a moment ago. But we're giving you an embossing folder. So this is a nice, it's a rounded square, so if you want to pop a little photo into the middle, you can do. But then with your projects, you're going to need some sentiments too. So we've got a nice selection there, you know, from celebrate good luck on your special day, hugs, have a wonderful day. But then we've also given you the outline die. So this has taken the traditional old style peel-offs to the next level with all of the detail you've gotten within these ones. Perfect for paper piecing as well. But then we're even giving you some butterflies. Who doesn't want some butterflies within your crafty collection? If you don't know how to use butterflies, they are always good to cover up a crafty mistake.
Surely you don't make crafty mistakes, Craig. I don't believe that for a split second. If you want to get your hands on that, over £100 worth of value, over $125 for £30 or $35. Really, really amazing value for money right there. Now, I want to show you a couple of bits well, do you know what? I had a whole host of enchanted Christmas items that I was going to be sharing with you, but unfortunately, they've all sold out, barring two. And they are two that are going very, very quickly. Can't believe the price on this. $9.99 is what this should be. You're saving 75%. It is a wonderful wreath. Now, yes, it's a Christmas wreath because it's from an enchanted Christmas collection, but it doesn't need to be. You can snip into this, make it larger. I think there's lots of really, really awesome things and ways that you're going to find to use that, which is fantastic. So we've got that for you. A third of the stock now of that one has sold out and gone. And I've also got, what's better than fairies? Festive fairies, of course. And this one here, you can see you've got 4 different styles of fairies on here, which is awesome. £2.49 or $3.23. 75% sold there on that one as well. Also going really, really quickly. Right, the craft kit that Craig has got over there, it is limited stock. If it is in your basket, then you need to check it out. £20 or $20, £16 or $16 as a platinum member. It is the pop-up box one that you can see just there. Loads of elements. Been one of the most popular ones, I would say, that we've done in recent times. Wouldn't you agree, Craig?
Absolutely, I would agree. Everyone loves pop-up boxes. Not always the easiest to make, but now it's done for you as well. But don't forget as well, once the actual pop-ups are used, use your pop-up die that you've got at home.
Awesome. If it's in your basket, please check it out. I would hate for you to be disappointed. So make sure you do that. Right, next up, we're going to be having a look at Nature's Garden. Lots of you chatting away with me this afternoon. Sorry I don't get as many comments done, really, as well. I should probably try a bit harder, shouldn't I? Do you know what the thing is? The problem is with a Cartload on a Thursday, it's wall-to-wall deals, honestly. They are stonking great deals that we've packed into this show for you. Candice says, hi from Nebraska. Candice says the close-up shots are so nice. George, Candice is loving your work. Director George saying thank you, Candice. Eleanor as well says, I love these dies. I had made a happy birthday card for my granddaughter who turned 13 in the summer with spelling happy 13th birthday, Natalia, and she loved it. Yeah, again, great example. Natalia, maybe something that's not so easy to come by. Good question. Dieter asked, what are the measurements on the alphabet dies? They are roughly within the region of about 1.75 inches kind of square. Some are slightly larger, some are slightly smaller. Craig, I thought he was going to give me the knowing Craig-led nod then, but I didn't get it. The size of those dies, roughly about 1.8 inches square, aren't they, Craig?
So they're about 1.5 by about 1 3/4 of an inch.
Awesome. That was definitely a good job. We got Craig Math, not Joe Math, a measurement there on those ones. That's why you do the measuring, Craig. I do the chatting, you see. I hope that helps. Dieter. Right, we are going to move on, and we are going to move on to some Nature's Garden. Oh, do you know what I love about this collection? It is regal. If this was a Netflix TV show, it would be Bridgerton. That's what it would be. Honestly, it is that regal. So let me take you through exactly what you are getting in this collection. I should probably add that it's not in any way endorsed by Netflix or Bridgerton, but you get where I'm going with it. So you've got the intricate trellis die in here firstly. Now this is really interesting because what you've done here, what our designers have done is created not only an outer removable edge, but also an inner removable edge as well. So it means that you've got the ability to do loads of different things with it, which is fantastic. You've also then got as well the floral border there. Now you can see you can either use one cut, well, this is one of those dies that can be tessellated, so it means that you can stretch that out and really make the most of it, which is absolutely awesome. We've also got the intricate lace frame for you here as well, which is fantastic. So again, really brilliant. Also think about cutting into this maybe and using it as corners. Again, cut into it if you want to and use it as a border. This one here, love this. Now this is stamps and dies that you've got in this collection, and it is your Rose Bloom. And they layer up the stamps, which is a really lovely way to use them. We've then got some sentiment stamps in here for you as well. These are fantastic. And then what you've also got as well are more stamps and dies, which are these ones just here. And these are your Butterfly Dreams, your Schmetterlingstrauma. Is what you've got there. So again, really gorgeous, very delicate, very lacy. And I think the thing is about it is that you're going to find a lot of different projects that you can draw this into, which is brilliant. So you can see this one here, really love this. A lot of them, as I said, you know, very grown up, very elegant, very classy, which is the theme with this whole collection. Also think about maybe bringing in other elements as well from other collections in there too. To get all of that for £27 or $46, I think is incredible value for money. You're saving, well, not far off really, double what you're spending. It's an awesome deal. Don't miss out on it. And there's lots that you can do with these. Would you agree, Craig, that these are quite generic, but in a good way, as in you're going to be able to bring these out and use them for pretty much anyone, really?
No, I would completely disagree with you on that one there. No, absolutely. You didn't expect that one, did you?
Just keep me guessing, Craig. What are you like?
No, you can do it. You know, it's something I say quite a lot, but it depends on the colours that you use. Because you've got the dies, you can then choose the colour of the cardstock that you want. So you can make it, you know, if it's unfortunate, if it's going to be for the sympathy card, you can tone down the colours. If it's a nice celebration card, you can go all bright with them. You've got the dies, you've got the stamps. I'm going to use two of them anyway, just to combine them to show how they look. What I'm going to do is I've taken a bit of black card and I'm going to cut our frame into the black card. And this is the intricate laced frame. The reason I'm cutting this one into the black is something I always say, even when it comes to foiling, and that is black shows everything, so good and bad. So what we can do is let's just trim this one down. And then what we're going to do just afterwards, we're going to bring in our roses. So this is our Rose Bloom. This is where it's part of the layering family. So if you like to layer up all of your stamps, then you can be doing that with this one. So what I'm going to do just now is, you can see I'm just layering it on. Sometimes depending on my plates, I would maybe incorporate my metal plate or my metal shim because there's lots of detail. But my plate is still relatively flat, so for the time being, I'm just going to go straight in without the plate. Now always remember, if possible, always try without the plate, because if you're putting pressure, excess pressure when you don't actually need it, you know, you don't want that, because then it's really making the Gemini work even more than it needs to. So always try on something like this without the metal shim, and then even there I can see straight away that's just die cut absolutely beautifully. So what I am going to do, I think maybe just the edges. So here we go, absolutely, yeah. So we can see maybe from just up above. You see how we say, what's that pencil line? So you've got that die starting to come through. It's not quite cut there and then there. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to pop that through again. But this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my metal shim. The other thing you could do is that if you are using your large Gemini, then what you could do is pop your die on at the top of your Gemini plate. So imagine this is an A4 one. So popping it up towards the top, do that pause in reverse, that gives it a double cut. But if you are using your junior like I like to do, I'm just going to pop it through again. Same plate configuration as well with the plastic and magnetic. And then while that's doing that one, what we can do is we can bring in our stamp set. Now when it comes to our layering stamps, what I would always do 9 times out of 10 is use our quick dry inks. I'm going to do it on this occasion because I've got them here. I'm going to use my water reactive. Doesn't mean that you can't use them. It just means that, you know, you're not always going to give you that crisp, clean stamping image, but it's good for doing all your inking. So what I'm doing is just using my tool. We're just going to take all of these wee bits out as well. So I'm just working it all the way around, getting all of these little bits out. Take that excess off, and then as these bits, you need your pokey tool just to pop the bit out. So let's take the corner out into there. And if I peel that away, so you can start to see how you've got all that elegant die cut detail. I just want you to see these are all die cut. They have die cut now. Just take a few of them just so you can see they have die cut. So we can see how lovely that looks. You've got all of these points all throughout that die. Very doily effect, but obviously on a rectangular look.
Why does it make me laugh? Very doily, dear. I don't know why.
Doily,
Do you know what
dear.
it reminds me of? The word doily reminds me of Father Ted.
I never
There is
watched
a little
that.
something was always on a doily on a little tea trolley. I don't know why.
Yeah,
doily
I
makes me laugh. I'm not sure
Never
why.
did watch that.
Just me then.
Just you. Just you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take our stamp set here. So you've got your 4 stamps on these ones here, but you do also get your die as well. So you don't have to fussy cut if you don't want to. 2 dies for the 2 stamps for the rose, 2 for the leaves. So this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. You don't have to use our large one. You can use a small one if you want, but I'm just going to bring this in because I've got it. So the way these ones work, what I'm going to do on this one here, so the image where you've got that black design there, that very black rose, so that's going to be the first layer, so that's going to be the back layer, which is going to be a lighter colour. So let's do this, let's go all out. Let's do a pink tulip for that layer. And then for this one here, which is going to refine that detail on the front, that is then going to be, have we got it? There we go. No, mine was the other way around. There we go. Pink tulip is going to be on that one there. This one we've got a bit less detail, so this is then going to be a deeper tone. So let's do plum jam, just so I can really show you how these look. And then let's bring grasshopper and spring meadow, and we can do our leaves as well.
Awesome. Kay says on Facebook, love these two together. That's what she's put, with their lots of laughy faces. So I think she's enjoying the show, Craig. Which is fair to say. Enjoying the show. A lot of you, though, are taking advantage of the deals that we've got. This Nature's Garden deal in particular, getting really busy now. The fact that you can get 42 elements for £27 or $46 is unbelievable value when you think about the fact that it is Nature's Garden, it is the beautiful butterflies as well. And butterflies, absolutely timeless when it comes to, what is it, do you think, about things like butterflies and unicorns, Craig, that just makes them, well, they are, unicorns are timeless. They're going to be around forever, aren't they? Like, in the crafting world, do you not think there will never be a time when unicorns are not popular?
I can't see it happening because they were so big last year, and it's not looking as though the popularity is going to stop anytime soon. But it's actually something I was thinking of a couple of weeks now ago. I was thinking, what is it specifically about butterflies? What is it about butterflies in craft? People say, you know, if there was kind of like an international symbol or sign for craft, it would be a butterfly.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it is. You know, we're laughing a joke about using a butterfly to cover any mistakes, but it's true. You know, we do that one. You know, we're using a butterfly, whether it's a die or whether it's a stamp.
That's a really good question. That's going to keep me awake tonight, Craig, that is.
Yeah. Having to wonder. Maybe you need to go onto the internet and have a look.
Have a little look, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So we're
The mind boggles.
What was that?
The mind boggles.
The mind boggles. The mind it does. Mine does anyway, that's for sure. Usually at about 2 o'clock in the morning when you should be sleeping. And I don't know about you, am I like, right, so I do this thing when I can't sleep, I'm like, right, if I get to sleep now, I'll get 5 hours sleep. Right, if I get to sleep now, I'll get 4 hours
Yeah,
sleep.
then you don't.
Right, I get myself so annoyed and frustrated at not being able to sleep, I can't sleep.
I commuted back from Manchester, which is about a 2-hour commute this morning, for the first time, Craig, since the 10th of December. So you can imagine the amount of, you must wake up, therefore you're not going to go to sleep that I had.
Yeah.
I think it was about 3:30, 3:45 last time I looked at the clock. I'm really bad when when I know I've got somewhere to be in the morning. I know I'm quite bad at getting a decent night's sleep. Whereas the rest of the time, honestly, I'm like an Olympic sleeper. I can sleep and sleep and sleep all
so
day long.
jealous. I'm so jealous that those that can go to bed and put their head on their pillow and that's them out for the count.
Literally, you could say to me now, do you know what, Joe? Climb up on the counter here, lay yourself out, and have 20 minutes, and I could just get up and that's it. I'd be
Really?
gone. Could be off.
That
I
makes
can
me
sleep.
sick that people
My
can
mum
do
used to
that.
joke that I could sleep on a washing line. That's what she would say. That is how good I am at sleeping. We've all got to be good at something.
We do indeed.
Some people are, Olympic athletes. Some people are geniuses, Craig. Not me. No, I'm good at sleeping. That's what I'm good at.
And presenting and cooking.
Thank you, Craig. You're
welcome.
just too kind to me, you really are. Very busy though, as I said, on that Nature's Garden collection. These stamps are lovely, Craig. Lovely to use these on their own, I guess, if you wanted to, even without the without the dyes.
Of course you can, absolutely. You've just seen a moment ago, so I'd done that first layer with pink tulip, and it works really well with the water reactive. I would usually, with layering stamps, use a quick dry, but by using my water reactive, that's why I'm stamping them a few times, just to get a nice crisp, clean image. But I used pink tulip and plum jam, the two different colours, so that you can see the depth between the two. See how that just comes to life as it is. So you can absolutely use that as it is on its own, but we can set it to the side just for a second. Let's just quickly bring in another piece just here. And this is just our white smooth stamping card that I'm using. And then let's bring in our leaves. So again, on this one here, we've got a full backdrop. It's nice, it's smooth, it's an open design. So I know this is going to be my lightest, which is Spring Meadow. And then on this one here, we've got a bit less detail, a lot of fine detail in here. So I know this is going to be a deeper colour, which is going to be Grasshopper. So let's take this one. I'm just positioning it anyway, because I'm using my large stamping platform. This is going to enable me to position it in the right place. So if we stamp this out, now I'm not going to do these ones multiple times because I know we want to get through a few other things on the show. But I just want to show you how, if we then stamp that one on, now this is the Spring Meadow, we can then take that off. So I've got that little bit of a lull within the middle. So by using the large stamping platform, what I can do, stamp it, re-stamp it, get it back in the exact same place, enhance that colour, pull it away, and you can see how it starts to become more vibrant within the middle. Then what I would just do, and this is what I've done with the rose, so when I come with the second layer, all that I would do just now is just position that over the top. And what's going to happen is this is going to put the veins in with the centre, as well as just round some of the leaves and the petals. So what I can do, now that I'm happy with that, press that back in, bring in our Grasshopper, and then stamp that one over the top. So we can stamp this one here. Now this is a stamp and die. Now this is one where I will always tend to die cut and then stamp. But because this is a layer and stamp, Joe, this is where I would stamp and then die cut afterwards.
Okay.
Because it would be very hard to layer it up once you've already die cut it. So there's one layer there. So let's just enhance that layer just once more, just so that you can see how it really, really stands out just by adding a bit more depth. I've used kind of like the pink as well as the greens, but you can use whichever colour you want. You can see how that just works really, really well. Nothing stopping you from using each of them individually, same with these ones. But all that I would then just do, Joe, I'm not going to do it because I cannot believe the time, is come along with your die, and it matches just beautifully, goes over the top. You're just going to position that and see how that would just die cut it out.
Nice in the darker tones.
It's nice, isn't it?
Like a sort of winter
Nice.
rose, really
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. Sometimes I think what we tend to see when it comes to our layering stamps, usually you have 3 layers. And say, for instance, we take the pink. So your layer 1 would be light, layer 2 would be mid, and then layer 3 would be dark. But you'll see with this one, what I've done is I used the lightest tone for layer 1, and then I skipped right up to the deepest tone. So it works if you really do change your tones. So you can see that's how it would look. Die cut it out. Simply then, even a bit of matting and layering, if that's die cut, imagine how you could then really get a nice flurry of foliage, as well as roses popping all the way out, just with your nice, elegant, detailed die on the backdrop.
Yeah, really, really beautiful, and just one of so many different ways that you're going to be able to use it as well. Let me just recap exactly what you are getting in there. So, as I said earlier, lots of craftability within it. I think it really outlines the fact that, you know, with Crafter's Companion is made by crafters for crafters, because with this, what you've got here is inner and outer removable cutting edges there. So you can either just cut the trellis, you can cut the centre point out, you can cut the whole thing out. It gives you so many different ways of using it, which is awesome. This one here is the floral border, as you can see just there. And the great thing about this is you can either cut this singularly if you want to, or you can tessellate that as well. So you can have that so it continues there all the way along. So that could be a wrap around something like maybe a faux candle. It could even be a wrap around something like a cake. It's up to you how many times you want to continue that on and continue to use it. The next one here is the intricate lace frame, as you can see. This one is really awesome. You saw Craig using that just a moment ago. There's those roses that Craig was using also. And again, think about using the rose separately to the floral foliage elements if you wish. And then what we've got there are those sentiment stamps as well. And you're also going to get, of course, the gorgeous butterfly stamps and dies included as well. You're saving $42.94 in the UK, $69.82 is what you're saving in the US. Of course, everyone's going to save a bit more because you're all going to get your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well. Now, we need to go back to what is fast becoming, I think, the star of this show. You guys are absolutely loving it. I'm not surprised because I bought these to you maybe, I would say, on 4 or 5 occasions, and they're always popular, they really are. And they are a bit of a different concept because it is a focal stamp with a stencil, which is not something you often see a lot of, but I've never bought them to you, to my knowledge, anywhere near this price, £33 to get your hands on all 8 of these. There's no choice, it is not a multi-buy, it is the whole collection that you get for this price. So here what you've got is write your own story with your splodges and all the words there, and then those stamps as well. This one just here is Happiness Blooms, as you can see. Great there with the trellis and all of those floral elements as well as those focal stamps. You get the focal stamps with every single one, of course. This one is Music and Lyrics. We also then have Life Happens with the cogs there. Great if you love maybe more steampunky type things. This one's Back to Nature with the fallen leaves, but also that sort of wood effect on there too. That one here is It's Time, very ethereal if that is the kind of feel that you're going for. This one is Your Life is a Journey, so great for those travel scrapbooks, wonderful maybe for albums that you could be working on. And then this one here finally, Make a Wish. £33 or $42 gets you all of them. A great, great saving of over £20 and almost $30 on those, which is fantastic. Remember as well, with these, of course, with the stencil, you're going to be able to spritz through it, you're going to be able to ink through it, paste through it, whether that's glitter paste, texture paste, but also think about using them as embossing folders as well, because the quality of our stencils are so that we are happy for you to put them through your Gemini and use them to emboss onto your different cardstocks as well. Right, I know that Craig, I think he's quite fond of the birthday box, so I was hoping to be able to go over there and get it off of him and bring it over here, but yeah, it doesn't look like that's happening, does it, Craig?
Yes, I've taken it back again. I'm saying again, I've had it the whole time. You're not getting it. You're getting nowhere near it. Can't even say it's mine, it's actually Tracy's, but okay. So, if you're just tuning in, if maybe you've not been able to see what's within the birthday box, if you've not seen in it before, and you don't want to see what's in it, then turn away round, and I will tell you when you can look back, but this is what you're going to be getting. And what's really becoming known is our Crafter's Companion box. Just to say as well, you do get a little bit from Sarah, just saying what is in it. So what we have got our stamps in here and our dies, which is, this is what is all about here. So we've got birthday, we've got fabulous, we've got thanks in it as well. So these are the dies that you can then cut and create your cards as well as your projects. But then your stamps are going to work really well as well. So you can then have birthday wishes, you know, things like that. We could have fabulous friend that you can see there as well. So having a mix and match, use them on their own separate if you want, but then you're given your designs of your stamps as well. So in here, you've got your roses, you've got your flowers, you've got your foliage, you've got your leaves as well. So you can use them as well, which would work really, really well. We've got our 6x6 card blanks. We've got our 5x7. We've got our C6 as well, all with the envelopes as well, already come included. But then not only are we giving you some gems, we're giving you multicolored gems, we're also giving you these dewdrops. Now these are, think of a pearl, however, they are uncolored. So, you know, you can then actually come and color them if you want. Think of them as like a bit of glacier ice. This is what these are really like, great for raindrops or ice, these sorts of things. So these are included too. But then you're getting these ribbons as well. So you're getting all these organza ribbons too, variety of different widths that you can see here, all the same length but different widths. And then if we go straight back into the box, we've got these 8x8, we've got pattern papers, we've got solid colours as well. All of the colours complement throughout. So as you can see here, all these different, these are, I will say, these ones here, when it comes to the core colours, these are very kind of autumn tones. Mix it up though, do your mats and layers with your bright cardstocks. You'll be able to use them all the way through. So that is your 8x8 card that you've got into there. But then we're giving your pattern paper. So if I then take this out, you'll be able to see how these pattern papers, you've got some of your flowers, you've got some of the foliage, you've got some dots, you've got some your leaves as well. So you can see all these designs that you've got. The designs will work and complement with the stamps that you've got too. Bring in your water reactive, bring in your stencils even, bring in your paste to enhance the card even more, but you don't have to. So that's your 8x8. So that is your core colour, that is your pattern paper. Again, you've got your C6, you've got your 5x7, you've got your 6x6, and these are quite smooth as well, so you can still stamp straight onto them. You've got your ribbon, you've got your gems as well as your dewdrops. These are your consumables, so once they're gone, use what you've got at home, but look after these ones. These will last you a lifetime. You'll be able to die cut with them, you'll be able to stamp with them, use them together, use them separate, use them with elsewhere within your crafty stash. Such a good, but I don't know about you, Joe, but I just really think that's a good comprehensive box, all there included together.
Yeah, it really is. And you've also got £50 worth of goodies in there as well, which is awesome. Considering you get it for $24.99. Club Inspired discount means you can get that for £20 today, which I think is absolutely awesome. Susie T over on YouTube is getting very, very excited. She says, January the 19th is going to be a crazy great day. Lots of Crafters TV, HSN Craft Day with a Crafters Companion, Today Special, and it's my birthday. Well, shut the front door, Susie T. I have a feeling that you are going to be celebrating big time on that day. Getting really busy across loads of different stuff. Don't forget about, of course, the goodie bags, which are available. Still 2 of them there for you over on the website. 1 of them is sold out already, and they are going very, very quickly. Remember the craft kits. We already had a sellout on that Over the Edge craft kit. We have still, how are we actually, Producer Laura, how are we doing on the stock? It's limited stock now, that craft kit. So if you, not that particular, I'll just change the details for you. The craft kit, the pop-up one, limited stock. Details there on your screen. So do grab that. If it is in your basket, then do check it out. I'm just going to do, I wish this could happen at home, you know, when you know, if you're just like at home, say like you're making dinner or something at home and you need something. Imagine if you could just like reach out your hand and then someone gave you whatever it was you needed. Can you imagine? Like you're doing some DIY, all of a sudden just pop your hand out and it arrives. That's the thing about working in shopping TV. It happens. It's a reality. I just literally put my hand out the side of the screen and then there was the next product. It's magic, isn't it, guys? Absolute magic. Right, I want to take you through these edgeables because they are absolutely glorious. They are double-sided as well, which means that they are going to give you double the amount of detail. They're still going to enable you to do all of those edgeable techniques that you know and love. Go and check out the hours upon hours upon hours of masterclasses on edgeables over on our website. So this one here, that's your garden border, and that's what you're going to be able to create here. all of this beautiful edgeable detailing there that you can see. The lily border, one of my favourite dies that we've ever done, the lily border. It is absolutely exquisite. I think there is something so regal about this one. If you had wedding invitations to do, I think this would be absolutely perfect for those. The next one that we've got here, this is your pretty florals that you can see, and again, really delicate, really dainty. What it's kind of doing is it's doing the same job, the double-sided edgeable, doing the same job as an edgeable, but what it's doing is cutting you a mat and a layer, basically. So it gives you extra depth, extra dimension, extra texture, extra interest, which means that your projects are going to look next level. But it's all still done in one pass. I can't wait to see Craig take us through these in a second. The next one that I've got just here, this is the dancing butterflies, as you can see. And again, we were talking about just how popular butterflies are. Really gorgeous. Again, the mats and the layer all cut there for you together, which is fantastic. £23.38 saves you £28.58 in the UK. I mean, this is... I don't remember seeing value like this on double-sided edgeable dies. $26 in the US, that's saving you $33. They're normally $12.99 individually on their own, or $14.99 in the US, to give you some idea of the value that you are getting here with these, which is fantastic. Now we also have some double-sided toppers on the show for you as well. I'm just going to quickly grab these. These are awesome. So what you've got here is you've got a collection where you get two of these. So you've got the floral mandala. Mandala's so popular, aren't they, at the moment? Seem to be seeing loads of them around. You're also going to get as well included in here the pretty posies too. Now again, the wonderful thing is that's one pass, cuts all four layers. All four layers layer up to give you that really lovely, lush, full project. Shut the front door and call our bank manager, because $24.99. This one, $24.99. If you want this, any other time on our website, $24.99. We're going to give you £5.50 off, and we're going to give you another $24.99 worth of products. We have lost our tiny minds, I think. It is a good job that Sarah has gone home, isn't it? If you want to grab these, do be quick for them. You will need double-sided die plates, of course, if you want to go for them. They are available on the show for you. You've got two different sizes, of course, whether you want to go for the junior or you want to go for the larger ones. It's completely up to you. Do bear in mind, of course, the Gemini ones will go sideways through the junior ones will go sideways through the larger machines. But if you want to do bigger concepts, then maybe go for the larger one. Both available over on the website for you. Double-sided dies, Craig. It surprises me, you know, that some people still haven't taken the leap of faith with double-sided dies. Some people still out there maybe haven't even tried them for the first time. I think for anyone out there that is that person, at these pricings, definitely do it. Why do you think some people maybe are a little bit apprehensive with the double-sided dies to begin with, Craig?
I think well, I'm going to actually flip that, John. I'm going to say that the great thing, the beneficial thing about them is actually for two reasons. Is one, it's actually the cost, because we are going to use the floral mandala. This is one of my favourites. Now, to get the effect that we're going to get with this one, what you would then potentially need is 4 separate dies. All you need is 2, but you're needing 4 separate dies. And even then, these are both going to go through the Gemini at once. But also as well, it's just going to be one packaging for them. If you had 4 separate dies, that's going to be 4 separate packaging. So that is then going to take up space. Or if it's all in one packaging, it's going to be a larger packaging. So you've got 2 things there that is really, really going to help, you know, whether it comes to cost, whether it comes to space. But the great thing as well, if you've seen Masterclass earlier on, we were talking about words that we can't pronounce. Now remember the one I can't say. Patented. Patented. Yes, patented by us at Crafters Companion. So the double-sided concept that Leanne and the team on product development have come up with, you will not find anywhere else. You'll only find them with us. So it cuts out time, it cuts out speed, it enables you to get to the fun bit of creating and crafting a lot easier. So before we just cut them through, what you're going to need is either if you're using the Gemini or you're using the large Gemini, you're going to need your 2 cutting plates that you get with them anyway. So these are the 2 you're going to use. Then Joe was showing you, as I call them, the mint plates. So you're getting 2 of these in each set as well. So you need the 2 of them here. And these ones, these I'll say to you on the bottom, they say Gemini. Do not get these mixed up with your foil press carbon plate. They are different from your foil press. These are your double-sided because they've got the Gemini that you can see just here. So what we're going to do to start with is let's bring in our mandala. So on one of the mandalas we see we've got that cutting edge that is all the way around. So that lets me know that this is going to be the base. What I want to say is, well, don't worry, don't panic. Die cut them, and if you've got them on different cardstock, maybe, you know, that back layer you want to be on black but it ended up being on red because you got the layer mixed up, don't worry, it's only cardstock. Recut it. But I know for this one I want to be that base layer to be black. So what I'm going to do, just like I would do any normal die, I've got my black card, so let's just trim that to make it a bit smaller. So pop in my black card on. So this is the side that I want to be cut in black, so I'm going to pop that one on. Not forgetting, we need to put our double-sided plate on. So base cutting plate with our mint plate. Then we're putting our die and then our card. So this is then going to be the next side. This is going to be the next layer. So what I'm going to do is I want that to be white because black and white shows it off, hence why I've done a lot of black and white or craft card today. So that's us for that one, good to go. But because of space, as I was saying, we can now cut the other 2. This is 2 on one plate. It's going to cut 4 times. So this is now, you can then decide which layer you want next. Really, this is going to be layer 3 with all of this detail here. So this can then go flat onto my white cardstock. And then what we can then do, pop that one on. This top layer as well, I want to be white. I was looking to see if we had a sample that I'd done a while ago where it was all layered in white and it looked spectacular. White on white on white is really on trend at the moment at the start of this year, and it looks really, really elegant. So
Sounds all right to me.
So it looks a good one. Good one. Like that one.
Oh, yeah.
So just like the base, you need to kind of do the reverse now. And then what we need to do on the top is put our next plate over the top. So that's just going to sit in place like that one. These are extra tough, extra sturdy. These double-sided plates, I have got a set in my craft bag that I carry about in my car for when I'm in here or at Create and Craft here in the UK. I've also got a set that I just use at my home. Each set is my original set. I've not had to replace them. I've not had to get more of that because when I'm using them at home, you know, I buy them, I pay for my ones that I'm using myself. I've not had to replace them. So we can put these ones out of the way. So what I can just do is let's just slide these ones. So I'm going to put them in the order that they would come out so we can do the reveal for you. Taking this one here. So if we take these layers, so I'm going to take these ones out. You could be inking through them, spritzing through them. You can do so many with them. But let's bring in our pokey tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black layer, my base layer. You still get a few little release holes, so you can just poke them out. So there we go. So we've got layer 1 onto the base ready to go. So what we can do is flip it over and we've now got layer 2. So we can just take these ones. We're going to pop these ones out. All these little bits just die cut just beautifully as well. This circle we actually aren't going to need, but we could be using it. If you've got a little small sentiment stamp, that would work well. So what we can do is we'll bring in our dotty tape runner in a moment, but we can just layer that one over the top. So you're already, just within 2 layers, you're starting to get that depth to it. So then what we can do is let's bring in our next layers here. So with this one here, again, we've got another circle we don't actually need for this one. And all of these, look at these are all die cut just beautifully, Joe. So although they're double-sided, no bother whatsoever.
Really, really beautiful. Lots of love for these in the comments as well. People saying they really, really love these. And I think the thing is, maybe at the full price, they've always been very, very busy, but maybe they've been a little bit inaccessible to you. Or maybe, you know, you just haven't been curious enough to try them at the full price. Today, whether it's the toppers you're going for or it's the edgeables that you're going for, the great thing is they're at a price today, I think, where you can justify it, and you can go for the junior cutting plates as well for $10.39 or $13.56 today as well. So it means that you've got everything that you need. Get it home, get started with these, and start creating things very quickly and very easily. Again, if you're batch making, Craig, I'd imagine these are a dream for that, aren't they?
These are absolutely bang on the money when it comes to doing your batch making, because they are so quick. You know, these are your 4 layers here. So potentially, if these were individual dies, what you would then have to do is just take each die and die cut them first. But what you can do is just do them so quick, bang them all the way through, die cut them all out. But then what we can do is bring these ones out. I'm just going to pop these little bits out. Some of these smaller bits, you'll just need to use your pokey tool. So I'm not going to go all the way out. I just want you to see that they are actually die cut. Just little filigree bits, but they're die cut. You'll be able to see just here, so that's one anyway. So then what we're going to do, Joe, is let's just layer this one up. Actually, I kind of like how that's kind of embossed. Let's see if I can poke that back in. So let's poke that back into there. So what we can do now is let's separate these layers and let's show you how these are looking. Oh, there's my S. I was looking for my letter S a minute ago. Layer them up just quickly with our double-sided. There we go. So we can pop this one on. Now you can do back to back if you wanted to, so you can make little actual kind of like hanging ornaments if you wanted to, mandala ornaments, changing the colours whichever way that you want. It's entirely up to you. Or do 4 of them in total. If you score all 4 in half, fold them in half, and you can make a real good 3-dimensional ornament. So I'm going to pop that one in onto there, and then press that one. Let's take this layer here, just with these little bits, all the way around. It looks to me, it gives me that look and effect of heat embossing, but it's not. It's all done with our double-sided dies, but we're just layering it up. And it's kind of like another take on decoupage, but like you've got an aperture decoupage. Let's just take this last layer here. So let's pop these ones. These bits would all die cut out, but I've kept mine in, as you can see here. And then what will really make it come to life is once, so I show you, and then as soon as, actually I wonder if I can go close up. If we're able to do that, George, that would be great. And then what I'll do is I'll stay still, and then you'll start to see, and then I'll start to tip it, and then you'll start to see how you've got all of that depth.
Yeah, really see that.
See what you mean, how you've got that one there. So that's what I mean. If you'd done this 4 times, just scored it in half, folded it in half, and stuck all 4 around with a bit of thread or a bit of ribbon within the middle there. Maybe on the top of, as a topper of a card, so it could be, you know, with a bit of acetate, so it's see-through. As Laura just said, absolutely, why not snowflakes? It's got that kind of look and a feel. Change the colours to blues and whites, it would look quite well, or it would look really nice as well. Little areas to pop little gems in that in if you wanted to, it's up to you, but it really is really effective, and that is the sort of effect that all our double-sided dies give.
We'd love to see it cut out of some inky backgrounds, you know, Craig, you know, like some lovely colour washes and stuff like that, then cut it and then see your kind of effects that you managed to get with it that way. Oh, we've got one over there.
That's okay, George, no problem.
Oh, there we go. Yes, love that.
Even that, you know, you just see how that's just sitting really hard on that background that we created earlier on. You can just see it sits nicely. Really nicely. Really
awesome. Love that. Right, I'll quickly recap what you're getting in there. Remember, $24.99 each is what you should be looking at here with these. $19.50 to get both of them. So you've got the Pretty Posy, which is this one just here, with all of that gorgeous floral detail that you've got there in the centre. Remember, 2 dies, 1 pass gives you the 4 elements. They layer up to that beautiful centrepiece that you've got there. And you've also then got, as well, the floral mandala there, as you can see, that Craig just guided us through. They're not the only double-sided dies, though, on the show. Remember, you've got also the double-sided edgeables there for you as well. So I'll quickly whiz through these, because, again, these are an awesome offer. You're saving, again, more than you're spending with these ones. So you've got the garden border, which is that beautiful one just here. You've also then got the lily, which I love. I think it's absolutely exquisite. You've got the pretty florals, which gives you this, which is gorgeous, very dainty. This one here as well is the dancing butterflies, which again you can see just there. $23.38 $26 to get 4 double-sided edgeable dies is really, really good value for money. Make sure you grab those ones. Don't forget as well, if you are using double-sided dies, then you are going to need, of course, double-sided plates. If you want the junior ones, we've got those for you, £10.39. Or, of course, if you want to go for the larger ones, you're more than welcome to. Different details there for you, £15.99 or $19.69 if you want to go for those. Right, goodie bags. I don't know how these are hanging on. Oh, I've knocked everything over back here. What am I like? Goodie bags. 2 different goodie bags. I've missed saying that. I haven't said that since the 10th of December. I know. Well, I almost said it again then to talk about what am I like. Oh, I miss Debbie Robinson. We'll be reunited soon, no doubt. I do miss her. Right, I know she's had a break over Christmas as well, so hopefully we'll see her back here soon. Right, I want to take you through. Come on, Joe, focus. Goodie bag number 1. So we've got some really beautiful items in here for you. A couple of really gorgeous embossing folders, so some Sarah signature, some festive in there, some really awesome acrylic stamps here. Really nice and big these. These ones are awesome. If you've got your pigment ink pads for doing your own kind of backgrounds, these are brilliant for that. This one here is then some more signature collection stuff. You've got some silhouettes in here as well. Some nice big butterfly silhouette. That one is always so popular when we bring it to you individually. A butterfly edgeable, and of course then as well your dancing butterflies as well. Really awesome, popular dies and stamps that you've got in there. Over £100 if you were to buy them individually. Over $128, £30 or $35 is your price. That's not the only bag. Why have 1 bag when you can have 2? Because this is unbelievable. So this die here, which is our double-sided box die, makes 2 different size boxes. It's worth $34.99 on its own. $34.99. Literally, it's like you buy that, we give you £5 back, and then we give you all of this awesome stuff. You've got a cut and emboss folder, which is this one just here. You've also got this one here, which is your Venetian scrolls. You've got then some gorgeous crafty fun. We've got some more edgeables in here. Half the stock of this one, by the way, has gone. You've got a embossing folder in here. Some really nice big silhouettes in there as well. Some stamps. And, of course, when can you ever have too many butterflies? Never! That is the answer to that. £30 or $35 to get your hands on those. Over £100, over $127 worth of product in there. Very busy across both of those bags, which is awesome. Now, don't forget, we've only got 10 minutes left. You need to let me know what your favourite demonstration of the show was as well, because it's going to go into our Crafty Hall of Fame, because we'll look back on Sunday at all of the best demos of the week, which will be absolutely awesome. I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up, because now the cat is well and truly out the bag, isn't it? About all the new shows that are coming up as of Monday. I will give you a little bit of a sort of sneaky peek as to what's coming up for the rest of the weekend as well. The background stencil and focal stamp collection with 56 elements. Very, very busy on these. Craig, I know you've got some of the gorgeous things that our design team have been creating with these.
I have indeed, yeah, but just to say as well, I can't remember if I asked you right at the start, Joe, but next week, starting on one of my shows, you'll come on, won't you? Yeah, you will. He is nodding over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the things that you can be creating when it comes to the stamp and stencils. So this is going to work perfectly with your water reactive inks, but then if you've got your sprays, maybe you've got your metallic ink pads or pens as well. All about building the layers. You don't necessarily have to build the layers depth-wise when it comes to your glue gel, your foam pads, but you can be getting all of that effect all the way through. It's a combination in each set where you're getting your stencil, you're getting your stamps as well. One stencil in each set, however, you're getting a variety of different effects. Same with the stamps. One stamp sheet, but you're getting a multitude of different stamps as well. So you can go square, you can go rectangle, you can go on the top of boxes, you can go into your canvases if you want to use any of your actual paste. It could be your glitter paste, it could be your sprays you want to incorporate here. Any of your metallic mediums that you've got. You can see how we've actually just incorporated some flower forming as well. Could be tags, you know, maybe you want to make a tag card, or maybe someone's going away, you know, obviously, I know not at the moment, but if they're going to go travelling or not, you can make them a little tag. You're wanting to get effect. Now, I know you can't quite, well, obviously, you can't feel it, you can kind of see it. You've got a lot of texture to it. Now, this is good, you know, if you've got someone that doesn't have the best eyesight, they rely on touchy-feely, you want to give them cards that's got depth, that's got feeling to them. These are a good way to do that because you can include your pace, and then that gives you all the different textures. You get the clock face, you get obviously the rick-rack, all of that with included. Could be really simple and just doing 3 colour tones all the way down, but then you've got your time. So this could all, of course, work for male, female, boy, girl, all different ages. Another kind of tag that we've got on this one here. Theme it, so as I can see on that one, we've got the tag, but then you can then do your concept cards, do your foldbacks with your Ultimate Pro or your scoreboards. Nothing stopping you from doing one of Joe's favourite, which is a shaker, or maybe a double favourite. You could do a shaker as well as a tag, and then do your own sort of effects, all your own designs, doing your inks, doing your waves, doing your textures. All can be included as well if you so wish. Now, you might want to add some alphabets on top of that one. So what we can then do is show you, if you're going to be doing inking, you could of course use the stencils, but then what you can then do is create things for, you know, your men, it could be your women, it could be obviously the boys, the girls. Father's Day, you know, we've got that. And actually, I know Mother's Day is different here from the US of A, but Father's Day is always the same. Never understood that one, but, you know, it's exactly the same here as it is in the States in June, usually round about my birthday, 21st of June, just in case anyone's wondering. There we go, we've got longest day of the year, summer solstice. So on this one here, what we've done is we've
Any more random facts about your birthday?
die cut it out, and then what would have been the waste panel, instead of wasting it, we've actually just stuck it back in with some foam pads there. So you can keep it very, very simple. The great thing is obviously because you've got the full alphabet and numbers, it could be Mrs. and Mrs., it could be Mr. and Mrs., it could be someone's name, it could be their nickname. If you like to call them a certain name, you know, nickname, funny name, you can do. You can do short term, like, is that happy birthday to you? But you can really colour coordinate all of the cards and projects. You can be inking through them, you can be stenciling through them, you can do your large cards, do your backgrounds as well. So just randomly have the numbers, or it could be the letters, all throughout the background. That could be A4 if you use your large Gemini. But talking about stencils, like we said earlier on, stencil the background, do a congratulations card if you want. Could be baby boy, it could be baby girl, it could be for Mother's Day, you can make it floral, you can go monochromatic, so much that you can be doing, even doing your shaker cards that you can see there, keeping it very simple when it comes to the waist. Another one of your dimensional cards with your Ultimate Pro, with the bands. There really is just so much. You can see that one there, incorporating other dies that you've got at home, making a little bit of a funny card, doing them at different angles, zonte angles. You can see how you can be doing that as well. So there really is so much more. The key thing is use them on their own, use them standalone, use them as they die cut out, use them as a shadow, make them on the foreground, the background, incorporate your stencil, incorporate the craft box, incorporate the actual birthday box. There really is so much that you can do. Bring in all of your crafty stash at home.
Absolutely, and the great thing is about them that I'm sure, I know Craig definitely agree, that Alphabet's so incredibly versatile and definitely room for more than one, you know, maybe several sets. We bring you lots of different styles. The left fold, we've got the butterfly, they all have their place. These are awesome because they are bold. I think they are super modern. They give you that depth, they give you that texture, they give you that sort of 3D element to your projects really quickly and really easily without too much effort or fuss. And again, you can really see that in the samples that have been made here. With this one, for instance, this is actually just the outer layer, or the top layer, just laid over a little bit of Century Pearl. And you can see there, it gives you something that's really striking and really bold, very, very easily. Wonderful for personalisation, great for name tags, great for bunting, great for a whole host, wonderful for home decor and box frames. There's so many different things that you're going to be able to do with those alphabets. Make sure you grab them whilst we're on the great prize. You're getting all of the alphabet, you're getting the numbers, and you're getting the ampersand. Don't forget as well, make sure you let us know what your favourite demonstrations are. I promised I was going to give you a heads up what was happening, didn't I, for the rest of the weekend here, or for the rest of the weekend, for the actual weekend. Tomorrow, did you miss the announcement at the beginning of the show? Well, you're going to have to go back and watch it after the show has ended. In essence, I'll give you the headlines. There is a brand new show I'll tell you what, I'm not going to tell you about his brand new show. Let him tell you about his brand new show himself.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting that there. Starting next week, for at least anyway for lockdown to help everyone out at home. What we're going to be doing Monday to Friday here in the UK, 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. live every single day. You're going to get me. You're going to get Wake Up with Craig. So what we're going to do, we'll do a little bit of crafting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out my picks, one from each show throughout the rest of the day that Joe will explain in a moment. So I get first dibs. But then what we're going to do, I have put head office next door, I have put them on guard. I've told them that between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. what I'm going to do is I could at any point, I could jump in there, I could be asking them questions. We're having a laugh, we're having a joke, but on the serious side, none of this could be done without the guys and girls in head office, and I want you to see them and see what they do. I may incorporate my family and friends. I'm going to be bringing in all these guys as well. We're going to have fun over the couple of weeks. We're going to build. We're going to do behind the scenes. We're going to do, maybe do hidden cameras. We're going to have games. There's so much that we're going to do. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the morning with your cup of tea, your breakfast, and just have a laugh. And I want so much interaction with you. It's just me. It's going to be me and the iPad. I want to see, not only do I want to see what you've been creating, I want to see, maybe best moments that you've had, best holidays that you've had. I want to see things that you're wanting to do, you're wanting to achieve. I want to see your children, your grandkids, see them craft and see what sort of things they like to do to pass the time. I just want you to be involved. I want us to have a laugh. We're going to have a great hour, Monday to Friday, every single day. But don't worry, it's not just the 1 hour that I'm doing. I will still be doing shows throughout the week. But these are the sorts of shows that Joe will go over in a moment.
Absolutely. So that is a Monday to Friday, every single day, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. here with Craig in Maine. Then what we'll also have though is we are going to add another new show. 11 a.m. UK time. The Craft Vault is back. And the first one will mostly be for you guys over here in the UK. But then we're going to split the show in half basically. So we're going to do an hour of it at 11 a.m. here in the UK. The other hour of it, we're going to do that at 7 p.m, which is awesome. So you guys across in the US, you're getting an extra hour at the end of the day, which is great. You'll still have your two main programs every single day as well. So loads to look forward to, loads of extra programming, because us here, guys, here in the UK, and I know it's the same for a lot of you guys across the pond, we are in lockdown numero 3, which is awesome. I did say I'd let you know what else was coming up, didn't I, later this week or across this weekend. Tomorrow, I am back at 1 p.m. With the lovely Fiona for a Rose Garden Masterclass. That is going to be fun. I'm also back for Colour Me Happy with Fiona as well. That is going to be at 4 p.m. UK time tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time with aqua markers. Fiona, there's not much that Fiona doesn't know about aqua markers, let me assure you about that. On Saturday, it's a water reactive ink pad masterclass with Fiona as well. That'll be the first show up. And then we've got the Craft House flower forming with Craig. How awesome. That's going to be loads and loads of fun. And then on Sunday, someone I haven't seen in such a long time. She's going to be getting the biggest elbow bump. It's Debbie IE. So Debbie Fisher will be here with me on Sunday, for 2 shows. She'll be up with the Craft Vault Last Chance Winter Sale, and we'll be doing Second Chance Sunday. Where's Debbie with a Y in here then? Honestly, I'm going to have to track her down, aren't I? She's in there somewhere. What was the demo of the show that people picked online? It was the layering stencils.
But then look at that, I've just thought, even layer them on. Look at that, how well would that look? I just hand cut them, fussy cut them a moment ago, but it was that one, so thank you very much.
How awesome. They will be going into the crafty. Is it a wall or a walk of fame? let's call it the glide of fame. I don't walk, darling, I glide. It's been an amazing show. I've really enjoyed it. It's been packed full of great demos, thanks to Craig. Massive thanks to Craig, as always. Big thanks to the guys. Where are they now? Because they were there before, but they're not. Big thanks to the team over there somewhere. This place is cavernous. It could be in the next postcode for all I know. And of course, the biggest thanks to you guys at home. Make sure you come back and join us for a whole new day of creating with myself and Fiona. I will see you then. Take care. Bye.